Hello, friends. Again, I am here to explain a new chapter of economics. Now, first of all, we'll start with the name of chapter, that is the story of village Palampur. So, here is a village. Palampur is not a real village. Actually, it is an imaginary village. All examples, presentation, stories, everything which given in this chapter is very close to real life. In this chapter, we will discuss some topics such as introduction, factor of production, cropping pattern, farming method, and non-farming activities. So let us start with the introduction of village Palampur. First point is the village Palampur is an imaginary village, but I told you before it is very close to real life. Palampur is a small village which well connected with the neighboring villages and towns like Raiganj and Shahapura. Transport facilities are also very good there on the road of Palampur. If we talk about the schools, this village has two primary and one high school, and also has a primary health center and one private dispensary. And if we talk about people, those who are living there, the families, about 450 different caste families are living here. Out of them, 80 upper caste families and one third of total population is covered by scheduled caste. Most of the houses have electric connections. तो वी कैन से कि द विलेज पालमपुर is a well developed village of India. So it was all about of village Palampur. Now move on next topic, that is factor of production. The aim of production is to produce good and services that we want. Production. What is the aim of production? The production is to produce goods and services that we want. Production and economic activities require the following four factors. First is land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. So let's start with land. Land is the first requirement for all the production activities in include land area and other natural resources such as water, mineral, forest, mountains. The second requirement for production is labor. There are two types of labor. First is skillful labor and manual workers. Educated workers, skillful laborers, architecture, engineers, all are comes in the category of educated and skillful labor. And those people who do work with the hand, mason and all, these all comes in the category of manual workers. The third requirement for production is capital, physical capital. Physical capital is divided into two categories, fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital include tools and machines and buildings which can be repeatedly used in production. Means we can use these things again and again. These are fixed, means machines, tools, buildings. Next is working capital. In it, raw material and cash in hand are included. Take an example: yarn used by the weaver, wood used by the carpenter, clay used by the potter are examples of raw material. Besides, some money is always needed to make payment to the workers and buy other necessary items. The last one requirement of production is human capital. It involves an educated, skilled, and healthy workforce that brings together various factors of production: land, labor, physical capital to produce an output. Now, The third topic of this chapter is cropping pattern. In India, we found the three types of cropping patterns: single, double, and multiple cropping. Single cropping, of one single crop is grown. Double cropping, the two crops are grown during a year on the given piece of land. And multiple cropping. Yes, it is very important because the people of village Palampur is following which cropping patterns they are following multiple cropping. So when more than one crop is grown on the same piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production. Farmers of Palampur village grow jowar and bajra during the Kharif season. These crops are used to cattle feed. Between October to December, they cultivated the potato crop. In the Rabi season, they grow wheat and sugarcane. From the wheat produce, farmer keeps enough wheat for self-consumption and sell the surplus wheat in the market. Sugarcane, in its raw form or as jaggery, is sold to traders. Now, next is farming methods. So, in India, the farmer use two types of farming methods: traditional and modern farming method. In traditional, they use the seeds and traditional tools, bullock carts to use plugging the field and all, drawing water from the wells. So, they use the traditional method only. In the modern farming, the other way to increase the production from the same land is used to modern farming method. Under modern farming, high yield variety of seeds, chemical fertilizers, irrigation facilities, and modern agriculture implements are used. I hope you understand very well difference between the traditional farming and the modern farming. Now come to the next point is non-farming activities of Palampur. Means what were the non-farming activities of Palampur? As we all know, the most important economic activity of Palampur was farming. But productivity activities other than farming activities are known as non-farming activities. Only 25% of the villagers are engaged in the non-farm activities. Some of the important non-farm activities. First, dairy farming. Dairy is the common activity in many families of Palampur. People feed their cows and buffaloes on the various kind of grass and jowar and bajra they grow during the rainy season. The milk is sold in Raiganj, the nearby large village. Small scale manufacturing. We find that some kind of small scale manufacturing activities are also taken by the villagers, but their number are very small. Production methods used are very simple. Less than 50 people are engaged in manufacturing in Palampur. So manufacturing here involves very simple production methods is done by on small scale. Now next point is shopkeeping. Shopkeepers purchase of various goods from the wholesale market in the cities and sell them in village. They meet the daily needs of the people in the village itself. They sell a wide range of items like rice, you can take wheat, sugar, tea, oil, soap, toothpaste, means all the daily goods we use in our daily life. We also find the halwai shops and tea shops in the villages. Next is transport. Transport is becoming a very fast developing sector in the village. Various kinds of vehicles we found in village Palampur, like bullock cart, jeep, tractor, truck, etc. They carry the people and goods from one place to another on the roads. This type of business needs the some initial investment which villagers manage to procure by taking loans from banks. So, class, in this chapter, we read about the introduction of village Palampur, factors of production, farming methods, and cropping patterns and non farming activities. So, I want to ask what is the purpose of this chapter? Yes, what is the purpose of chapter? Why we are reading this chapter? So here after reading and understand this chapter, you will come to know lifestyle of people living in village. Factors of production such as land, labor, human capital, physical capital, etc. I hope this much understand to you all. If you have any doubt, any queries regarding this chapter, put it in comment box. See you soon with the new chapter. Till then, keep smiling and bye bye. Thank you.